Hey Vas, this is your financial planner Amit Kachilia, and welcome to today's important discussion on a topic that could potentially save your family from a financial crisis. Super top up health insurance, the need of the century. Okay, before I deep dive into the technicalities of the topic, let me assure you that neither myself nor my organization nor my employees are associated to any financial product selling company, which means we are not a mutual fund agents or a stockbrokers or insurance agents. We are just here to impart unbiased knowledge, provide trainings through our financial literacy videos with what motto in mind. So obviously first my integrity part, you can visit this website india.fpsb.org, wherein my credentials are mentioned as the first certified financial planner from North Maharashtra. And why we are making this kind of videos, the simple funda is that no country can sustain economic development or growth unless its middle class and upper middle class income groups become financially literate, financially sustainable, achieve financial well-being, financial freedom. So with that motto in mind, we make videos on various topics. Now let's start the topic, super top up. Now let's begin by understanding what a super top up health insurance is all about. It's a health cover that kicks in after your medical expenses cross a certain threshold deductible limit. In simple terms, once your basic plan provided by your employer or your own family floater policy, that limit of that the sum insured is exhausted, or you have spent a certain amount of medical expenses, even if you don't have the policy, the base policy, the super top up comes into play and starts covering the additional cost for the rest of the year. This plan can cover multiple claims within a year, making it a lifesaver when you face overwhelming medical bills. Let's take few examples of right from organ transplant to advanced heart surgeries, cancer, neuro and accidental surgeries. Whether it be India or global as a hub in terms of medical, the cost ranges goes to lakhs of rupees in Indian terms I'm speaking of. Now obviously this cost can make the rich family go on roads from riches to rags because they may not be able to afford, or their investments will be fully exhausted because of these outflows. Okay, so for those who can afford to travel abroad, advanced treatments are available, but not everyone is that fortunate. Many famous personalities have undergone treatment abroad and continued with their careers without naming any specific person to maintain their confidentiality and respecting their privacy. But while others, sadly, who couldn't afford it may not be with us today. Why? Because they didn't go for some advanced medical treatments abroad, like in Europe and USA and so on. So that's the main unique feature or benefit of having a super top-up policy for your family. So let me explain in greater detail the importance of this policy, and let me be very candid, I myself from my own family do have this policy. Okay, now let's talk about the importance, the cruciality of this for the families. Many of us have some form of basic health insurance, either a family floater or through our employer, which typically covers 5 to 10 lakhs of limit. Okay, but what happens when your medical bills exceeds this limit, like we have seen in the earlier examples of the cost? Sure, you might be able to cover the first 5 to 15 or 20 lakhs from your, even if you don't have the base plan, through your investments or savings. But what if your total bill is 50 lakhs, 75 lakhs, 1 crore? Or even higher? In such cases, your hard-earned savings could be completely wiped out. This is exactly where a super top-up plan can save the day. It ensures that middle and upper middle class families, the most vulnerable group, don't have to sell their assets or take massive loans just to cover the medical expenses of themselves or their family members. While government aid might help the poor and the rich can afford the treatment abroad, it's the middle income group that needs this protection the most. Okay. Now let's make this more clear with a few examples. Imagine you have a base plan of 10 lakhs and a super top up of 1 crore with a 10 lakh deductible. I'm giving just one first example for your understanding. And now you make a claim of 25 lakhs. The first 10 lakhs is covered by your base plan, either by your employer or your own family floater. Even if you don't have, you can manage it from your savings. And the remaining 15 lakhs is covered by your super top up. Now the scenario changes when the cost is, let's say, 90 lakhs. If you have only the base plan and not a super top up, then the extra 80 lakhs have to be borne from your pocket. So from riches to rags. Okay. So that's where the problem is. So you can use your savings for first 5-10 lakhs. You can beg for money. People can help you, support you. But the super top up benefit is, and more importantly, now psychologically, since I know that I have a super top up plan of 1 crore, now instead of compromising on health by taking some advanced treatment in India, I can think of going abroad and come back with a more probability of having a good healthy life, because let's be very candid in accepting the fact that medical treatments across developed countries are much better than India or India kind of developing countries. Okay. Now again, to make things more clearer, let me shift to the different example in terms of multiple claims. So let's say a base plan of 10 lakhs and a super top up of 1 crore again with a 10 lakh deductible. In the first year, if the claim is coming and you incur medical cost of 45 lakhs, your base plan will cover 10 lakhs and the super top up will cover your 35 lakhs. Now, if you have a second claim of on your own health or your family member, doesn't matter. Obviously, the person is covered. In the year of let's say another 15 lakhs, your base plan is already exhausted by from your employer or your own base plan, but still the super top up will pay you the entire 15 lakhs. This is because the deductible amount is cumulative for the year and not per claim. That's the beauty or benefit of having a super top up policy. Okay. So obviously the next question will be the cost part. What will be the cost of super top up plan? So you might be wondering about it. So as an example, a couple in their mid 40s with one child could get a super top up cover of 1 crore with 10 lakhs deductible for just 7,000 per annum to 15,000 per annum. That's an incredibly affordable premium when you think about the protection it offers against the medical expenses that could reach crores of rupees. You could go for a higher deductible of 10 lakhs instead of 5 lakhs to reduce the premium further. It's a small price to pay to avoid the risk of going from riches to rags due to medical bills. Okay. Now, obviously, there is some general understanding for you to keep in mind. I won't go into the documentation and the technicalities of this because the purpose of this video is just to give you the relevance and importance of owning a super top-up policy for your family. But still, some things you need to keep in mind that every family should carefully evaluate their health risks and financial situation. Consider factors like your family's hereditary health profile, your employer's health benefits, and the different super top-up plans available in the market. A super top-up health insurance plan is one of the best gifts you can give to your family to ensure they don't face financial ruin in the event of a medical emergency. Remember, the time to plan for medical expenses before they happen, not after. And thank you for watching. Stay protected, stay healthy, and plan for a secure future for you and your loved ones. Thank you so much.